Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. I hope there is no issues with the audio, right guys? No issues. Great. Okay, so how are you guys? Is everybody fine? Is everybody great? Please let me know. I'm also good, guys. I'm just waiting for everyone to join us. Okay, so we'll wait for a minute or two so that everybody is able to join us, and then we'll start off with our class, guys. Okay, good, amazing, guys. So, how are you guys? Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How are you guys? Good. So let me know, guys, before we are able to start with our new bootcamp that is web animations using CSS. Let's first try to get to know each other a little bit better. Okay. So I would request everybody to start by introducing themselves if it's possible. Okay. So do let me know, guys, where are you from, which college are you from, and what are you currently doing. So for example, if I'm a student and I have from, let's say, BIT Mishra, so I'll be writing for fourth year CSE BIT Mishra, currently in Bangalore. Okay. So do let me know, guys, from where are you, what are you currently doing. I'm able to see people are there from Nigeria, people are there from Sri Lanka. I'm able to see people from Uttarakhand, Pakistan. I'm able to see okay, a lot of people from BSc IT as well. BCA, I'm able to see students from there. Okay, we are able to see people from Bhopal, again from Nigeria. I'm able to see people from Mumbai, that's great. Assam, fifth semester from Berlin, that's good. First year CAC, that's good, guys. Okay, a little bit of introduction about you guys just before we are able to start, just to understand from where are you guys from and what are you currently doing. Okay, myself, I've completed BCS and Java developer course, currently looking for a job. That's great. Okay, I'm able to see people from Indore, Tamil Nadu, Delhi, Kolkata, South Sudan. Okay, that's good. A lot of people from outside India as well. I'm able to see that. MNIT, Jaipur, ECE. That's great. IT, Nasik, Andhra Pradesh, Bhubaneswar, Kerala, Faridabad. Okay. I'm able to see people from South Africa, currently working tech support. That's good. Johannesburg, Maharashtra. Okay, we are able to see people from Vadala, Karnataka. Okay, that's good. Gujarat. I'm able to see people from Bhubaneswar, Kolkata, Shirdi. Okay, that's really amazing to see so many of you guys joining us from so many different parts of the world as well as from India as well. That's really great to know. So before starting, let me introduce myself first of all. Okay, so my name is Shaurasana and I will be your mentor for the next 7 days. Now, this doesn't seem fair as a comparison to how you guys were introducing yourself. So let me give you guys a glimpse into my past as well a little bit. So I started out my journey as a data analyst intern in Reliance Industries, where I worked as a data analyst intern for 2 months. After that, I joined Geo as a data scientist intern, where I worked for 6 months itself. After that, for my first job, I went into Google as Explore ML lead, as a machine learning lead at Google itself. So there I worked for 14 to 15 months. After that, I squibbed a lot of jobs. I started, like, I joined a lot of startups. I worked as a front end engineer, back end engineer, full stack engineer as well. Currently, I am working as a full stack engineer at Fastnell. So that was a small introduction about myself. Uh, okay, could you check what was the end date of the submission of Hotstar clone? So that was a quick introduction about myself, guys, related to my previous experience. When it is related to DevTown, I started this company almost 1 year back, 1.5 years back itself. Up till now, we have trained, like we have taught almost, like as you are able to see, a lot of students on YouTube. Along with that, we have trained more than 6,000 students up till now, and have placed more than 5,800 students during this particular point of time. Today is the last date. Okay, guys, so let me give you an example of some idiots that are there in the live chat. Okay, so that I'm not having any kinds of problems communicating with the new students. So today was the last date of submission for a previous bootcamp of ours, that was the Hotstar clone. Today, midnight. And has been clearly mentioned in the video as well that for the Hotstar clone, the certificates will be sent after the project submission deadline itself, that is tonight. Okay, so for those people who are there in live chat who are asking about their certificates, please do let them know that the certificates will be sent within the next 4 to 5 days itself. Okay, so that they are not harassing the students of this particular bootcamp. The students are also able to pay attention to the class as well. Okay, good. So let's continue from right over there, guys. The next thing, okay, the bootcamp itself. So in this particular boot camp, there are no prerequisites itself. Okay. The only thing that we are going to need as a prerequisite is that you should be able to understand about my language itself, whatever I'm speaking. Okay, whatever language that I'm using, that is English. You should be able to understand that. Okay, will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. That is the only prerequisite for attending this boot camp, guys. Okay. 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 About the backend web development bootcamp, guys, the class happened at 6 o'clock itself. So please check the YouTube channel for those guys who are asking about the backend web development bootcamp. The class happened at 6 o'clock. Please go and watch that entire class. Okay, so please do not, when you are coming to a new bootcamp, okay, please focus upon the bootcamp itself, upon learning the new things, right? Okay, so the next thing, guys, about this bootcamp, like I said, there are no prerequisites. You should only be able to understand my English. That's it. Okay, everything else from CSS to HTML to whatever is required, web animations and everything will be taught to you guys in this bootcamp itself. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. The next particular thing is that what are the certificates associated with this bootcamp, right? That is a very good and a very important question as well. So let me tell you guys about that as well. So those students who get the certificates, okay, now there will be a criteria of getting the certificates as well. What is the criteria of getting the certificates? I will be letting you guys know at the end of today's class. Okay, it will be very simple criteria. You don't have to worry about it. But the criteria of getting the certificates will be told to you guys at the end of today's class. Let us look at the certificates that you guys are going to receive at the end of this bootcamp. Okay. So usually the students who get the certificates posted up on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the platform. If you guys want to become software engineers, you have to join LinkedIn. It's something that you cannot ignore at any particular point of time. Okay. So let me find the students who have posted their certificates on LinkedIn. I will show you guys their post as well. Let me see. So these students have just posted the Google certificate. So I'm just waiting for somebody who has posted all the certificates so that I'm able to show you guys. Okay, so right over here, guys, in this, so this is the certificates that has been given to these students for the Instagram clone using HTML and CSS bootcamp that we organized a few weeks back. Okay, so you will be getting 4 certificates associated with this particular bootcamp, guys. The first certificate is via DevTown itself. So you'll be getting a one certificate directly from the company, that is DevTown, as you're able to see right over here. The next particular certificate will be given to you guys via Microsoft. Okay, so this will be the certificate that will be coming to you guys via Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador Program. The third particular certificate will be sent to you guys via Google, that is the Google Developer Students Club. And the fourth certificate is a certificate via Amazon. So believe it or not, but this is the very first bootcamp in which we are going to send an Amazon certificate. Up till now, we only had collaborations with Microsoft and Google, and that is the reason why there were only 3 certificates associated with this bootcamp previously. But from now onwards, every bootcamp is associated with not just Google and Microsoft, but with Amazon as well. So you will also be receiving, and you will be the first batch to actually get the Amazon certificates. So I'm waiting for you guys to get your certificates and post it up on LinkedIn, so that in the next bootcamp I'll be able to show other students as well that yeah, so Amazon bootcamp certificates are also going to be sent to you guys as well. So that are the 4 certificates that will be associated with this particular bootcamp, guys. Along with the same, these certificates that will be sent to you guys, there will be no cost related to that. Okay. Please try to understand it, guys. Whatever you guys are going to learn in this bootcamp, the certificate will be associated with that. So you don't have to worry about it. And it will be sent to you guys. So what is the criteria of getting the certificates and everything will be told to you guys at the end of today's class. So we'll be starting with our class from right now itself. We'll be focused upon our studies. Just making a point very clear to you guys that if you are here just for the certificates, I'm guaranteeing you guys that you will not get the certificates. Okay, that is a guarantee. If you are here for the learning experience, if you are here to make sure that you are learning something new, you are working on your skill sets itself, you will get your certificates. But if you are here just for the certificates, we have taken up precautions in such a manner that those students will not be able to get the certificates. Okay, so I hope that you guys are ready for today's class, and you guys are as excited as I am. Okay, if you are you guys excited for today's class, guys, please let me know. Are you guys excited for today's class, guys? Please let me know. Great, guys, amazing. So we'll start with the utmost basics. What is HTML? What is CSS? Let's first try to understand a little bit of theory. Don't worry, it is not going to be a theoretical 7 days boot camp. It is going to be very hands-on, very practical in nature itself. But like I said, the only prerequisite for our students that I consider is that they should be able to understand my English. That's it. Everything else, I will be starting from the utmost basics, making sure that you guys are able to understand what is HTML, what is CSS, how to use HTML and CSS, and how to create animations using CSS, that is advanced CSS itself. So we are going to look at various different things from various different point of views as well. I hope that you guys will be having an amazing time throughout this boot camp, and you will be able to learn a lot of different things that you guys might not know previously itself. Okay, so let's get started with that, guys. So let's first start with understanding what is HTML and CSS. So please do let me know, guys, how many of you guys don't know what is web development? How many of you guys don't know what is web development, guys? Please let me know. How many of you guys do not know what is web development, guys? Please let me know. Okay, so maybe you guys, okay, first of all, coming to a bootcamp on web development and not knowing what is web development, no issues in that. So first, let us try to understand what is websites. Okay, so whatever website that you guys are using, you are using youtube.com right now, that's a website. You guys are using netflix.com, that's a website. You guys are using google.com, that's a website. Now somebody has created this website itself, right? It wasn't born like that. It isn't as if like one day like people just woke up from their sleep and voila, there was a website named as netflix.com and everybody started using it, right? There's an entire company behind it who has employed a lot of software engineers in their own companies, and these software engineers are the one who create these websites. Now, the process of creating a website itself, just like Netflix or Google or Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, all these different places, all these different websites, the people who create that, okay, the process of creating that website is called as web development or website development itself. And the people who do that, the people who create websites are called as web developers. Okay, so any website in this entire world, any website, I'm not talking about one or two, or maybe some websites that are not like that. Any website in this entire world is created using only these 3 technologies, guys. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These are the three technologies that are used to create every single website that is there across the entire world. Again, making sure that you guys are able to understand this. Not even a single website exists that is not created using these three technologies. Okay, so please try to understand this, guys. Okay, the next particular thing is, so what is HTML, what is CSS, and what is JavaScript? Okay, so what, like, okay, I'm able to understand that these are the things that basically power the entire internet itself, and they create the entire website itself. But what are these things? So let's start with the utmost basics, that is HTML. Okay, so think about a website as a human itself. Think about it in such a way. Think about a website as a human being. So the skeleton system of your body is your HTML for the website. Just like a skeleton system inside of your body provides you a shape, provides you a structure to your body itself, in a similar way, HTML or hypertext markup language, we will try to understand what is the meaning of this markup language as well. Do not worry about it. The full form of HTML is hypertext markup language. Okay, so that hypertext markup language is like the skeleton of the entire website. It provides it a structure to the website itself. Let us look at the very first website that was ever created, guys. Let me open up the PPT for you guys. Give me a second. I will show you guys the very first website that was ever created so that you guys are able to understand it. Let me open this for you guys. Have you not like cancelled the backend development live session? Somebody is asking me that. Just check it once again. Okay. So the very first website that was ever created, this is an image of that particular website itself, guys. That was called as the World Wide Web. Okay, that was called as the World Wide Web, guys. This is the picture of the very first website that was ever created. Okay, as you're able to see, it has nothing in it. It has just images and links to different websites itself. That's it. If you think about it, it's very similar to another website that you might be using, that is called as wikipedia.com. Have you guys used Wikipedia at any particular point of time, guys? Please let me know. Have you guys used Wikipedia at any particular point of time? Please let me know. So Wikipedia also has a very similar pattern. It has just text and links. And if you click on this particular link, it will take you to another website that will have information about that particular text itself. And initially, the websites that were originally created were created in this particular manner itself. They had no colors, they had no images, nothing. It was just text and links. That's it. And this is what HTML is good at. It is good at providing a structure to your website. The content that you want to put in, the links that you want to put in. Okay, just a basic structure of the website itself. When you move further, now let's look at one of the websites of Microsoft. Microsoft, one of the biggest software companies in the entire world. Okay, one of the biggest software companies in the entire world. This was one of the very first websites, guys. I know there are a lot of different students. Any student who's asking me questions related to what I'm teaching right over here, I will be very happy to help them out with the questions itself. I'm able to see some of the repeated questions that I've already answered. So if it's possible, guys, just do me a little bit of favor if it's possible, and please try to answer them in the live chat if it's possible, guys, so that I'm not getting disturbed. You guys are also not getting disturbed due to that. If it's possible, just a small favor, so that I'm also able to concentrate, because I want to see some of the comments that are there, so that if there is any questions related to what I'm teaching, I can like help them out right over there, right? So if it's possible, some of the other questions that are there, where can I find the notes and everything, I will be giving you time. Where can I find the registration link for the bootcamp? I'll give you guys time to ask these questions at the end of the bootcamp. I'll be answering these questions as well. So while I'm teaching, if you have any questions related to the content that is there, related to what I'm teaching right over here, I will be very happy to help you guys out. Okay. But for example, like teach me is asking difference between API and web development. I'm not teaching that right now, right? So whenever doubts, I'll be giving you guys to ask some doubts as well. I will be helping you guys out with that. So, but I don't want them to feel as if they have been ignored or something. So if you have any question related to what I am teaching you guys right now, do let me know. I will help you guys out with that. Okay, so like I said, guys, right over here is the very first website of Microsoft that they ever created. Now, this entire website was created just using HTML and nothing else. Okay, just using HTML and nothing else, guys. As you're able to see, is this a very good looking website? Is this a website that you will be like, wow, let us use this website, let us go on this website every single day and look at it or something like that? No, right? It doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel beautiful, it doesn't feel as if like I am like, I don't like it at the end of the day, right? Do you feel that? No, right? It doesn't feel good. Okay, it feels as if like, what is this? Is this the world's biggest software company's website? It doesn't feel good, right? Now this was the problem with HTML. Although HTML was able to create websites, it was able to create a basic structure of the website itself, it was not able to beautify the website. It was just like a skeleton can't look good. Almost all the skeletons look the same, right? If you take up a skeleton of a human being, any human being, of course you shouldn't like take out the skeleton of a live person. I'm not telling you guys to murder somebody and look at their skeletons, but in a general manner itself, skeletons look all the same, right? It doesn't look like, okay, this skeleton is very beautiful or that skeleton is looking very stylish, right? It doesn't work like that. In a similar way, HTML was not able to make websites. It was able to make websites functional. It's like, yes, you have a website in front of you, but it's not something that we will be using at any particular point of time. That is when the concept of CSS was introduced, guys. CSS means cascading style sheets. Cascading styles sheets. Okay, so CSS was basically introduced. So this is a website of Yahoo that was created in the year 1998. So just think about it, it's a 25-year-old website. Okay, just 25-year-old website itself, and this website has been created, okay, using both HTML and CSS right over here. Okay, so this website has been created, so it has images on top of it, it has a proper structure itself, everything has been well organized right over here, it has a proper styling to it, the image is on the top, then there is some gap, then there's a search bar, everything is, there's some gap in the middle as well, something is big, something is small, there are proper divisions, there is proper organization itself. CSS is used to provide the beauty to your website. It is used to provide the attractiveness to the website itself. It makes the website look good. Okay, that is the major factor. HTML makes the website, is the skeleton of the website itself, whereas CSS is the beautification that is there, the kind of shirts that you wear, the kind of hair that you are having, the kind of specs that you are having, the kind of accessories or tattoos, if you are having any. I have a lot of tattoos, so like if you are having tattoos, that would be also be an accessory itself. So it provides you with a styling, it makes you different from the other person, it makes you attractive, it makes you stylish, it makes you look good, you will want to come back to the website itself. The main role of CSS is to make sure that your website looks good, your website looks amazing. That is the reason why it is called as style, cascading style sheets. Okay, the styles itself. Okay, the next particular thing, that is JavaScript. So let me give you guys a very good example that we have created for you guys to make you guys understand this in a little bit better manner itself. Yeah, HTML provides you the skeleton of your body. CSS provides the appearance or the presentation, the katanas that Deadpool is having, the kind of costume that Deadpool is having, the kind of guns he's carrying around with him. And JavaScript provides the dynamism or the action that is needed by Deadpool to move around. That makes Deadpool be able to interact with the entire world itself. For example, on your website, when you click on a button itself, the color of the website changes. When you hover over a particular movie inside of Netflix, it expands and shows you a little bit more detail about the movie, or starts playing the trailer of the movie itself. So all that interactiveness between the website and the user is added through the use of JavaScript. That is the utilization of the programming language, that is JavaScript, guys. Okay, we will be looking at some of the examples as well, practical examples. Right now I'm just giving you guys an intuition behind it. Okay, we will be looking this in a very practical manner, first via visiting some of the websites and removing the CSS of the websites as well as when we will be creating our own websites, you will easily be able to spot this difference out there. Are you guys able to understand the difference between HTML, CSS and JavaScript from just a perspective itself? I'm not trying to make you guys, like, it's not as if like you guys have learned HTML and CSS. That is what we are here to do. Like, we are here to learn that in the next 7 days. Right, I'm just trying to give you guys an intuition behind it. Are you guys able to get an intuition using this example about what is the utilization of HTML, CSS and JavaScript, guys? Could you guys let me know? Great, guys. Okay, the next particular thing that we are going to do is we are going to visit some of the websites, and we are just going to turn off their CSS and JavaScript and see what happens, right? So let us first visit netflix.com. What do you guys say? Okay, Netflix, everybody uses Netflix, right? I'm not the only person who is using Netflix right now. I hope so not. Okay, that I'm the least productive among all of us, right? So let us open up Netflix, guys. Let me take this out on a new tab. Let me put it up on the right hand side of my screen so that I'm able to see your chat section as well, right? Okay. Let us open up Netflix. So this is the Netflix website, right? This is the Netflix website that is out there. As you're able to see, the trailer is moving on right over here. There are a lot of different options that are there, right? If I hover over a particular thing, it's playing the trailer. It's showing me some extra information as well. All this is happening right now. Now, if you go on Google and search for web developer Chrome extension, okay, there's a simple search, guys, web developer Chrome extension itself. You will be able to see the very first link called as web developer. Okay, so I've pre-installed it. If you click on right over here, I've already pre-installed it for you guys, so you guys can see me doing it. So right now I'm going to use that particular Chrome extension, guys, the web developer Chrome extension, and I'm going to disable all styles. Let us remove all the CSS from Netflix and let us look at the Netflix website itself. So I've removed all the CSS from Netflix website. This is how Netflix looks like without any CSS, guys. This is how Netflix looks like without any CSS. This is just HTML and JavaScript, guys. This is just HTML and JavaScript and nothing else. Is this a website that you will be using at any particular point of time? I hope so not. I hope so not, right? And it looks like shit as well. I'm not even able to understand what is happening right over here, right? Let us enable the CSS. Let us disable the JavaScript itself. Let us reload the page. As you're able to see, now that if you are hovering over a particular item itself, if we are hovering over a particular item, it is not getting big. It is not showing us anything new about it. No extra information is able. We are not able to see the extra information right over here. It is not able to load up more number of posts as well. As you're able to see right over here, more number of movies or TV series is not, it is not able to load it up for us. Just like Netflix, most of the websites don't even work without JavaScript. If you try to access Instagram.com, it won't even open up without JavaScript. It won't even open up without JavaScript. If you try to access youtube.com, I cannot access it right now, otherwise the stream would go down. But without JavaScript, youtube.com will not even open up at any particular point of time. So most of the websites without JavaScript won't even function properly. Let us enable the JavaScript. Let us enable the JavaScript one right now. Okay. And let us go to apple.com. Okay. Let us go to apple.in. So that is the Indian version of the Apple's website. And let us go to iPad Pro. Okay, let's go to iPad Pro. But the best things about like we are here to learn CSS animations, right? As you're able to see all these animations that are there, the entire MacBook flipped up. Sorry, the entire iPad flipped up. It had the pen floating around it. Then as you're going down, there's a lot of different animation that will be there. For example, this chip animation that was there right over here. Then you're going down, the iPad got bigger and bigger in size right over here, and some text also came. It is showing you different kinds of, as if a PowerPoint presentation is happening right over here. Like all these animations, okay, I will be proving it to you guys that this all happens due to CSS itself. What we're going to do is we are going to reload the exact same website without any CSS. Let us look at what happens if there is no CSS right over here. I'll go into CSS, I will disable all styles. This is Apple's website without any CSS, guys. Where are the animations? This is the animation that was there, right? The MacBook that was coming up and the pencil floating above it and everything. Nothing works without CSS. This was the animation for the chips that was there. It's just images right now. Nothing else, guys. Nothing else. Just images on top of each other. That's it. So as you're able to see, without CSS, none of these animations will actually work at any particular point of time. And that is the reason why we need to learn, okay, and we need to start learning and understand how to use CSS for creating these animations itself, right? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Yeah, the site looks ordinary without CSS. It's just like different data is there, text is there, and some kinds of images are there. That's it. Nothing else, right? So that is the power of CSS itself. Okay. And that is what we are here to learn. Okay, we are here not, we are of course going to start with the utmost basics of CSS and then go to into advanced CSS, that is your animations in CSS. Our main focus will be on CSS. I will also be teaching you guys a little bit of HTML just so that you are not messing things up and you guys are able to understand what I'm typing in HTML. That is the only thing that I'm going to teach you guys in HTML, just the basics. In CSS, we are going to go into a little bit more depth and try to understand how to create animations in CSS itself. Again, it will be very easy. Okay, again, it will be very easy for us to create animations and it will be super awesome for us to do that as well. So that is something that we will be doing right over here. The name of the Chrome extension was Web Developer. Okay, the name of the Chrome extension was Web Developer, guys. To remind you guys right over here, Web Developer Chrome extension, guys. So I hope everything is fine and you guys were able to understand this. Please let me know. Again, guys, like I said, many of you guys might know all this beforehand as well. What is HTML? What is CSS? And the basics of animations using CSS as well, maybe. But the point of this particular bootcamp is that I am not here to cater one student, right? There are more than, I don't know, 1,800 students live with us. Not everybody knows HTML. Not everybody knows CSS. So I'm going to start with the utmost basics. Now, if somebody already knows it, just try to help the other students that are there in the class. Okay. If you want to stay in the class, okay, you can help the other students out. I will be going on my own pace, making sure that everybody is there together with me, the maximum population itself. I'll be starting with the utmost basics things. I will be building up concepts one by one. That is how I teach. So for those guys who already know everything, great, guys. Even I know everything, but I can't stop teaching, right? So I have to cater to everybody right over here. So make sure that if you know something, you are able to help others out. If you don't know it, you can listen to me as well. As simple as that. So let's move on from right over there. The second thing is that, guys, not everybody in this bootcamp has a laptop. Please try to understand it as well. Okay, not everybody in this bootcamp. I'm making some ground rules for you guys because right now we are going to start learning all these things practically itself. Okay, so for that reason, I'm making some ground rules that you guys are able to understand. The very first rule is that not everybody has a laptop. Okay, please remember that. So due to that particular reason itself, but I want to make sure that anybody in this bootcamp is able to practice what I am teaching. Because see, programming, any kind, if you want to enter into IT and you want to learn programming itself, you have to practice. There's no other way of learning it. It's not as if I'm going to speak something and I'm a god and you are like Arjun and everything will just enter into your head itself. That is not going to happen. Okay. When I'm teaching something, you will have to practice it to make sure that you are able to understand it. And I want everybody, even if they don't have a laptop, to be able to practice everything that I'm teaching right over here. Due to that particular reason itself, we are not going to code locally. Okay, we are not going to code locally. What do you mean by coding locally? That basically means that we are not going to code on a normal laptop. We are going to code on an online platform itself. We are not going to use VS Code. We are not going to use any other platforms. We are going to use an online coding platform that is called as Code Sandbox. Okay, it's a free platform. You don't have to pay for anything. Like I said, there's no payments or anything. I just want you guys to enjoy your learning experience itself. So for those guys who are having any problems with that, you guys can, if you are having a laptop, you still want to practice via laptop itself, you can do it. That is your choice. But for me, I'm going to use Code Sandbox in this bootcamp to make sure that anybody who has a mobile phone, anybody who has a mobile phone as well, who's able to open up a web browser on his mobile phone, is able to code. Okay, that is the first ground rule, guys. The second ground rule that is there is, guys, you should not be coding along with me. Okay, you should not be coding along with me, guys. As simple as that. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. You should not be coding along with me. The reason for that is, if you're coding along with me, that means you're not able to listen to me at all times. And if you're not listening to me at all times, that means that you are not able to understand what I'm teaching. And then you will be asking the same question 1,000 times. I will have to answer the same question 600 times, and I don't want that. Okay, so when you are there in the class, listen to me carefully. Prepare your own notes. I'll be sharing this notes if there are any with you guys. If I have, most surely I don't have. So you have to create your own notes itself while there in the class. Okay, I'm not going to do everything for you. Okay, you have to do something on your own as well, right? So sit in the class, take a notebook and a pen, make down notes. After the class is over, okay, whatever we have studied in the class, revise it, practice it. That is how you're going to increase the retention in your brain. You'll be able to remember stuff as well. Okay, are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. Thoda fast, please. Okay, so I think so this person is not able to understand what I'm saying. So go with the flow outside the boot camp. Again, guys, like I said, make sure that you guys are here to study and I'm there for you. I cannot go fast. I cannot go slow. I'm going to go with the pace of the class itself. So if you are comfortable within that range, you guys can stay in the bootcamp, enjoy your learning process. I'll try to make it a little bit funny as well if it's possible. Okay, so let's get started right away, guys. I think so a lot of lecturing has been done. I don't want you guys to be bored as well in the class. So let's get started. So we are going to use Code Sandbox, guys. If you go on Google and search for Code Sandbox, you will be able to, okay, I just search for Code Sandbox. Okay, you will be able to see the very first link, that is codesandbox.io. We are going to use this exact same platform itself. Once we open it up, as you are able to see, I'm also using the free trial itself. I'm not using any kind of paid software or something like that. It's a free trial that will be there, guys. Inside of this free trial itself, we will be working throughout the entire bootcamp, so you don't have to worry about it. So now I can just click on new from a template. Okay, once you have logged into the platform, you will be having to log into the platform using sorry, not HTML, CSS. You're using your Google ID or your GitHub ID itself. Once you're into the platform, you can just click on this create new template. From that, I want you guys to select this static template, guys. Okay, I want you guys to select the static template. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. I want you guys to select the static template, guys. Once you've selected the static template, this is the platform where we are going to code, guys. As you're able to see, there are three portions of this platform. Okay, left, middle, and right. Very simply, I've divided the three parts of the website into three parts: left, middle, and right, guys. The left part is showing what are the different files available in your current session. Okay, and we do not consider ourselves with the package.json and sandbox.config.json. That is basically for the sandbox that we are using, the online platform that we are using for coding. So we are not concerned with that. Our main goal is the index.html itself. Okay, our main goal is the index.html file. If you want to collapse this particular like section itself, you can just click on this particular button, explorer button, this file like button on the left hand side. Just click on that. It will just close it down for you guys. Okay, the last session is the browser. This is the website that you guys are able to see. Whatever website that you guys are going to create, that is, you are able to see it right over here inside of the third particular section itself. You can open this up on a new particular page as well. Just click on this particular button, open in new window. On the top right corner, you will be able to see this particular button called as open in new window itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Once you click on this particular button itself, it will open the website that we are going to create on a new page, so that we don't want to have it right over there. Okay, so on a new tab, you will be able to see the website that you guys are going to create, and then you can just drag and drop this off to close it. Okay, so right over here on your screen itself, guys, what you are able to see is the code. Okay, the index.html code, guys. This is the place where we are going to write all the code that we are going to do. Again, guys, what is present inside the JSON file? What is the JSON file? We don't care about it. The reason for that is it is not related to what we are doing. The environment that we are using, that is the sandbox that we are using, it is the files associated with the sandbox. It's not something that is related to us. Our main goal is the index.html file, and that is what we are going to look at. Now, I want you guys to remove everything that is present in this particular file except the very first line. Okay, doc type HTML. Except that, I want you guys to remove everything that is present in your file. Okay, so right over here, guys, as you're able to see, this particular line of code, okay, you guys must have seen this particular line of code. If you have ever coded in HTML, you guys might have seen this particular line of code. Have you guys seen this line of code if you have coded before in HTML, guys? If you have seen an HTML code, have you guys seen this? Please let me know. For those who haven't seen this, I'm just letting you guys know that any kind of old HTML code that you see at any particular point of time will contain such type of text itself. The problem right over here is that you actually don't need it right now. So let's try to understand what is this, what is the meaning of this particular code itself. First thing, the latest version of HTML that is there right now in the industry that everybody is using, that is the most stable version of HTML itself, is the HTML version 5. Okay, now what is a version 5? If you guys don't know, it's just like a software. Okay, some updates come and you update the software itself, and now you go from like let's assume Android 9.0 to Android 10.0, or Windows 8 to Windows 10. Okay, so you upgraded the software right over there. In a similar way, the HTML as a program itself got updated, and right now the most general version is the HTML version 5. The most stable, the most latest is the HTML version 5, guys. Now, a few years before today, like 5 years, 4 years before today itself, what used to happen was that HTML version 5 was a very new thing. Okay, whenever something is very new, there might be some issues with that, right? There might be some issues with that. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. That means there may be some bugs, there might be some issues. It is not like whenever a software is just released recently, there are always some bugs and everything that is there. For example, if you guys are using Android, after like the first initial release of Android, there will be like a security update that will be there, and they will be like, yeah, I've fixed up some patches, I've fixed up the camera, I've fixed up this and that. So such type of things happen to make sure that websites do. So what is a web browser? Okay, your Google Chrome, your Opera Mini, your Safari, your your Edge browser, okay, your Brave browser, all these different browsers are there, okay, that show you different type of websites. And now, like I explained, websites are nothing else but HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code files itself. The files containing HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code, your web browsers read those files and show you a visual representation of the website itself. So a few years back, when HTML5 was the latest version of HTML, these web browsers by default could only understand the previous version of HTML. They were not able to understand the latest version of HTML, that was HTML5. Are you guys able to understand it? By default, the web browsers were only able to understand, were only able to understand the previous version of HTML, not the latest version of HTML itself. Due to that particular reason itself, when we are coding right over here, when people used to code, now if I am a programmer, I would want my code to be in the HTML version 5. I want to work in the latest version of HTML itself. So they used to put this particular line of code in their HTML file, telling the web browser, the meaning of this particular line is that this code is in HTML version 5. Please do not read it as the previous version of HTML. This is the latest version of HTML. So interpret it, read it according to the HTML version 5 itself. Because by default, the web browsers could read the previous version of HTML. To make sure they were able to understand the latest version of HTML itself, that is the reason why the programmers used to put this particular line of code. Now it has been 4 to 5 years since the latest version release. Now HTML version 5 has become the default, in every single web browsers out there, in the latest versions of the web browsers. Okay, it has become the default in the latest versions itself. That is the reason why we no longer require to write this particular line of code, because by default the web browsers are easily able to understand it. Now, why am I teaching you guys this? You will be like, "Ye kya bakwas kar hai? What is this idiot blabbering about?" Now, please try to understand it. This is a very important interview question that gets asked in web development interviews. So what do I mean by interviews? When you go for a job, they will be asking you stuff, whether you know this or not. So at that point of time, this is a very important question. What is this particular line of code? What is the meaning of this particular line of code? Why is it no longer in use right now in the industry? So you will have to understand and explain it to them as well. If you don't know this, at that point of time, you will be like, hey, some idiot taught me HTML and he didn't even teach me the basics itself. I'm not able to answer the very simplest of the stuff right over there. So I don't want you guys to face that particular scenario, and I don't want to get blamed for that as well. So due to that particular reason, I've told you guys this. This is a very important interview question that is there in HTML. So I made you guys aware about it as well. And because the changes are recent, that we no longer need to require to write this. This is a very, very, very frequently asked interview question in many companies, including Amazon and Microsoft. That is the reason why I am telling you guys this as well. Okay. So the conclusion of this knowledge is very simple. You no longer require to write that particular code of line of code, because the latest versions of the web browsers that are out there by default understand HTML5 itself. So you don't have to explicitly tell the browser that this is an HTML5 code, because by default you are writing HTML5, he understands HTML5, so there is no requirement of telling that I'm speaking HTML5. That is what I'm trying to make you guys understand. Okay, great, guys. So like I said, guys, first we'll try to understand what is HTML, hypertext markup language. Okay, now this markup language that is there, okay, what is the meaning of this markup language? So many of you guys must have seen the movie The Mummy. Okay, The Mummy Returns, or maybe you have seen the Moon Knight series of Marvel. Okay, have you guys seen the Moon Knight series of Marvel, guys? Please let me know. Have you guys seen the Moon Knight series of Marvel, or the Mummy movie that was there, or some Egyptian based movie, okay, wherein like somebody goes to Egypt and goes into a pyramid or some shit like that? In Hindi movies as well, there are some movies in which they go to Egypt and then dance around the pharaohs and shit. So if you guys have not seen that, are you guys living under a rock? Like, get out, try to watch some movies, man. So right over here, guys, let me show you some images so that you guys are able to understand what I'm saying about the EGY. So in most of these movies, you must have seen such type of symbols that are there on the walls of these pyramids and everything, right? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know, guys. You must have seen these type of symbols in various different kinds of movies or series related to Egyptian fables or something like that. Now these symbols are, I don't know what they are called as, but technically they are also a type of a markup language. Now what do we mean by this markup language? You guys use emojis, right? Just leave this particular thing itself. You guys use emojis at all times while talking as well. Right over here in this live chat as well, many people were using emojis. So when you're talking in emojis, you can express the same sentence in a lot of different ways. For example, you can write like how are you, okay, or are you fine, okay, just a sentence, a simple sentence, are you fine, okay, and then you put up like sad or like, let's take up what are you doing, okay, what are you doing. After that you put up two angry emojis, then what are you doing, okay, you are angry, wow, what are you doing, okay, then what are you doing, okay, then question like a particular like emoji with that sweat drop right over there, okay, so you are like a little bit awkward, like what are you doing, man, okay. You guys use like what are you doing, and then this smoking emoji that is there like this, so that basically means that you are like, what are you doing, huh? So the same sentence can be expressed in a lot of different ways using these emoticons at any particular point of time, right? You can express the exact same sentence in different ways using different kind of emojis at any particular point of time, right? So these emojis as well are nothing else but markup language. Your normal sentence again gets the information being transferred through the normal sentence, what are you doing, gets increased, okay, the amount of knowledge getting transferred, okay, gets increased due to the presence of these emoticons. They mark up your language, they increase the amount of knowledge being transferred through the same exact sentence itself. That is the reason why emojis and these holographs as well were used as markup language, to add more information, to add more knowledge to your sentence itself. In a similar way, just like you guys are using emojis right now in the live chat, in a similar way for HTML, to make sure that, okay, this is a button, okay, this is an image, this is a heading, this is a paragraph, the same exact text can be represented as various different things itself. And for that, for marking up their own language itself, is they use something called as tags, okay, they use something called as tags, guys, okay. So let us look at some of these tags. Let us go back to our code. The first tag that we are going to see is the HTML tag, okay. The first tag that we are going to see is the HTML tag, guys. Most of the tags that exist inside of HTML have an opening tag, just like right over here. This is called as an opening tag, and the closing tag, because again tags are mostly associated with some kind of text itself, some kind of content itself. Just like emojis are associated with some text, some content, in a similar way tags are also associated with some content inside of it. For example, this is called as the HTML tag, the opening HTML tag, and the closing HTML tag itself. Inside of it, your entire HTML code goes. Okay, inside of it, your entire HTML code goes inside of it. So the use of this opening and the closing HTML tag is to specify that all my HTML code is present between this opening and the closing HTML tag. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. All my HTML code is present inside of this opening and the closing HTML tag itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. In a similar way, there is another tag called as the then inside of HTML there are two tags that are there. Okay, head tag and the body tag. Okay, these are the two tags that are present inside of the HTML tag, guys. Now, anything and everything that you guys are able to see on your website itself is present inside of this body tag, guys. Anything and everything that you see on your website, whether it be a text, whether it be a button, whether it be an input field, whether it be anything that you are able to see on your website, goes inside of the body tag itself. That is the body of the entire website. What about head tag, guys? Let's try to understand what about the head tag. So the head tag that is there basically contains all your metadata. Okay, basically contains all your metadata itself. Now, what do you mean by metadata? For example, I have purchased a particular watch itself. Okay, let's assume I've purchased this, or let's assume I've purchased an iPhone. Okay, I've purchased an iPhone itself. Before purchasing an iPhone, I will look at an iPhone, I will play around with it. I will know that I've ordered a blue colored iPhone itself. It is of 256 GBs itself. It has so and so features. It is made by Apple. All this information I already know about my iPhone, right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. All this information I already know. The price of this iPhone, I already know. I am the one who is paying for it. I already know about that as well. So, what is happening right over here? When you receive the iPhone, you don't receive just the iPhone, you receive a box as well. And on that box, all this information is written right over there. What is the name of the product? Who created? So, Apple created this product. Where was it created? It was created in China, it was designed in California itself. Who imported it? What is the cost of it? What is the number of GBs inside of it? What is the price of it? All these different information is present on the box related to the iPhone itself. All this information is called as metadata, or information about the product. Okay, information about data, or information about the product itself. That is what is referred to as metadata. Okay, just some information about the product itself. If the same information was written on the back of your iPhone, how would it look like? Like, instead of the Apple logo, it was written made by Apple. This is the price, this is the color, this is the stuff, and so on and so forth. All this information, it was written behind the iPhone. How would you like that iPhone at any particular point of time? No, right? It would look like shit. Okay, the entire iPhone would look like shit at any particular point of time. So the same thing happens with a website as well. For example, what is the name of this website? You want to specify it. You want to make sure that you are providing the website with a name, but you don't want that name to come up on your screen itself. You don't want the name of the website to come up on the screen of your user itself. So that is called as a metadata. Just information. What is the name of this website? The metadata. Information about the data itself. So you can put that type of metadata inside of the head tag. So whatever you want to show on your website, that goes inside of the body. Whatever you want to put as information about the website goes inside of the head tag. So right over here, guys, I can put up a title. Title basically means the name of the website. Okay. Title basically means the name of the website itself. Right over here, I will provide my first website. Okay, a very simple name for the website, and inside the body I'll just provide some text. Okay, this is an amazing yeah. Okay, so whatever I want to showcase to my user, okay, I put it inside of the body tag, right? And whatever I want to I don't want to showcase to my user, but I want to store that information, that is put up inside of the head tag itself. So I'm saving this, going back to my website, reloading the page. So as we're able to know, as you're able to see, the text that I put up inside of the body tag is able to come up on my screen. Okay, my first website, that was just the title of the website, just information about the website is not coming up on my website. Okay, it is not coming up on my website itself. That is the meaning of metadata, guys. That is the meaning of metadata. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Guys, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. This concept of metadata is not that difficult to grasp, right? Just by the example, you guys should be able to understand the example of the iPhone, right? Any information about the website that you don't want to showcase on the website itself, that goes inside of metadata. That is classified as metadata. Information about the website. Okay, it's as simple as that. Nothing too complicated about it, right? Great, amazing. Okay. Good. You guys are very smart. So this is the very first day. I don't want you guys to push yourself on the very first day. Usually the classes from tomorrow onwards will be of 90 minutes long. Okay. From tomorrow onwards, the classes will be of 90 minutes long itself. Today we'll keep the class a little bit shorter because I need to explain you guys what is the criteria of attendance and everything. So for that, I will be explaining you guys about it. Okay, it will be very simple for you guys. Do not worry about it. Okay. So I hope that you guys were able to understand that. Please let me know. Good. So the criteria for the website, for the certificates, not for the website. For the certificates is very simple. Okay. For this particular bootcamp, the criteria will be 7 days of classes are there. Every single day, I'll be taking up 1 to 2 attendance that will be there. Anywhere in the middle of the class, I'll be giving you guys 5 minutes to fill up your attendance. How the attendance will be taken up, where the attendance will be taken up, all that I will be letting you guys know. I'm just letting you guys know the criteria first of all. Okay. So those students will be having 100% attendance. Okay, that means every single attendance that I've taken up, they have filled it properly and on time. Only those students will be getting these certificates. It's as simple as that. If you are not coming live in the class, you will not be able to get the attendance. If you don't get the attendance, and if you are live in the class and you are not paying attention to the class as well, you will not be able to fill up the attendance. It's as simple as that. You will be given just 5 minutes to fill up your attendance itself. Today, I'll be giving guys 10 minutes to fill up the attendance so that you guys are able to understand how to fill up the attendance, what is the process and everything. But if you're not present live in the class, you are not going to get your attendance as well. It is as simple as that, guys. As simple as that. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. Nothing too complicated for this bootcamp. Okay, no project submission, nothing. Okay, for this bootcamp, I've kept it very simple. You have attendance, you come up live to the class. The class timings are not going to change. Every single day, the class will start at 7:30. The class will be of 90 minutes long. During the 90 minutes, I can take up 1 attendance, I can take up 2 attendance, I can take up 3 attendance. You miss out any one of the attendance over the span of 7 days as well, any one attendance as well, you will not be able to get the certificates. It's not a lot. It's not as if I'm asking you guys for the moons and stars itself. It's as simple as filling up an attendance itself. If you are there in the class, you were paying attention to me, you will get the attendance. If you're not there in the class, you're not paying attention to me, you will not get the attendance. And then you will come up to the bootcamp asking about where is the day 6 and 7 of the backend web development bootcamp when the bootcamp is already done as well. Okay, so that is what will happen with you guys as well. Okay, so every single bootcamp, this bootcamp has less number of participants. I don't know why. Usually our bootcamp has more than 3,000, 2,500 participants live in the class itself. So always you will be able to find some type of items like this who are not regular in the class, who don't know what is going on in the class, and this will happen. So make sure that you guys are paying attention to the class itself. Okay. Before moving further, while I'm creating the attendance, I want you guys to answer a poll itself. Okay. Is this your very first boot camp via DevTown? Question mark. For those guys who haven't registered for this particular bootcamp, there is no issues in that. If this is your first bootcamp, if this is your first bootcamp that you're attending with DevTown, if you have not registered with the with DevTown for the bootcamp itself, there's no issues. Just make sure that you guys are filling up your attendance on a daily basis. Okay, for those guys who have not filled up their registration for this bootcamp, okay, and they are still attending this bootcamp, if you want the certificates, make sure you're filling up the attendance every single day. You will still get your certificates. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I'm asking you guys a very single question, that is this your very first bootcamp via DevTown? If it is yes, I am excited to learn. No, I have attended camps. Okay, so let's ask the community, guys. While I'm creating your attendance, I want everybody to answer this particular question properly, guys. Okay, so I want you guys to answer this question properly while I am creating your attendance itself. So let me create the attendance in the meanwhile. It will take me 5 minutes to create the attendance, guys. Give me 5 minutes. While I'm doing that, I want everybody present in the class to answer that question for me. Okay, guys. While I'm creating the attendance link, I want everybody present in the class to answer the poll that I've created in the live chat, guys. Okay. I want everybody to answer that poll that I've created in the live chat, guys. Please start doing that. 500 students have still not filled up the poll, guys. I want all the students to fill up the poll. Please start doing that, guys. I want all the students to fill up the poll, guys. After that, I will send the attendance as well. Okay. There are somewhere around 400 students who have not yet filled the poll. Please start doing that, guys. After that, I will be providing you guys the attendance link as well. Okay. Okay. One more thing, guys. Once I have provided you guys with the attendance link, okay, if it is the attendance link always works. First of all, remember that, guys. Okay, the attendance link always works. Okay, so if the attendance link is not working for you, what you have to do is just reload the page. Just reload the attendance link. Please do let me know, guys, if the attendance link is not working for you. What do you have to do? Please do let me know. If the attendance link is not working for you, what do you have to do, guys? Please let me know. If the attendance link is not working for you, what do you have to do, guys? Please let me know. You have to reload the attendance page, guys. The attendance link always works. If it is not working for you, just reload the attendance page. Okay. So that, again, I'm trying to make sure that you guys are not forgetting about it. Okay. And I'm going to share the attendance link right now, guys. Tomorrow I will be sharing the attendance link in the first 15 minutes. Okay, tomorrow I will be taking up 2 attendance. I will be sharing the attendance link in the first 15 minutes. If you miss out on the first attendance link, you are not going to get the certificates. It's as simple as that. So please be on time tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, guys. Indian Standard Time. Okay, right now I'm sending you guys the attendance link in the live chat. I will request everybody to start filling up the attendance link, guys. I'll request everybody to start filling up the attendance link. I provided you guys with the attendance link in the live chat, guys. Please start filling up the attendance link, guys. Please start filling up the attendance link, guys. I have provided you guys the attendance link in the live chat. I've already provided you guys with the attendance link. Please start filling up the attendance, guys. As you're able to see, people have started filling up the attendance. Okay. The attendance link will be open for the next 10 minutes. I will be closing the attendance link exactly at right now it is 8:40. So at 8:50, I will be like closing the attendance link itself. Okay. So please start filling up the attendance link right now. Okay. We'll be meeting tomorrow again at 7:30 and we'll be continuing from right over there. I hope to see you guys again on time at 7:30 tomorrow. Okay. If you miss out your attendance, you will not be able to get your certificates itself. Vivek Rajak, the boot camp, the backend web development boot camp, just check the YouTube. Okay, for the, okay, I think so. I'm the one who has to show it as well. For the backend web development boot camp, you will be able to see the stuff on our website itself. As you're able to see under videos, you will be able to see the backend web development day 7 video right over here. It was streamed 2 hours ago. As you're able to see, this is the video for backend web development. It was streamed 2 hours ago. For those who have missed it, you guys can visit this particular video and you will be able to find everything right over there. Okay, so that also have made you guys clear with that. The attendance has been given to everybody present in the live chat itself. Okay, and we'll be continuing. Sir, we have to submit calculator project in backend. In that HTML file is not opening in the premiere video. Please check. Sure, I will definitely check that today. If it is not working, I will update it as well. There's no issues in that. Okay, I think so. While copy and pasting, the person did some mistake. I will change it right now itself. Give me 15 to 20 minutes and I will be changing it right over there. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. We will meet tomorrow once again and continue from right over there. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye. We'll meet tomorrow again at 7:30. Please be on time and we'll continue from right over there. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys.